Yo, what's good, everybody? Hope you guys have been well. Excuse the frizzy hair. I just woke up from a nap. Whatever. But, man, taking a break lately off a lot of social media platforms, especially like Instagram, Twitter, things that I know that I'm just always on. What the heck is going on? That I'm always on. But I took a break and been more present in my current reality. I'll get on YouTube every now and again. Facebook occasionally if my family tags me or something on there, something funny or something. But um, anyway, I want to come on here and talk about my 1 year. It's been 1 year since I've been abstinent from sex. Now, I know this topic could be sensitive depending on who you are, what you believe in, how you view things, your perspective, basically. But I'm bringing it up because in this day and age, there's so much. There's a lot of. There's just there's just no there's just in our generation. There's not a lot of values. People are just doing whatever. It's not everyone, but it's a higher percentage of people that just don't have any morals anymore. It seems like, and it's nothing. The thing about it is, before I really go into it, I just want to say that it's not that sex is bad for you. It reproduces, but I think we live in a day and age now, and here in America, I don't know how it is in other countries. I haven't lived in any other country, but sex is abused, and it's oversaturated basically. If that it's like, how can sex be oversaturated? I don't know. That's just the word I came up with. But my whole point is, it's just anything in life that you do too much of, it all sets the balance. There needs to be balance, and I chose to do it because I realized at the point of time in my life that I was just doing it, and it didn't have any more. It was just to a point where I wasn't doing anything with this sexual energy. I was just letting it take control of me in a sense, and I just really had to make a conscious decision, like, hey, I can use this. I need to chill out, and this is just me. You know what I mean? Nobody told me to do this. This wasn't a dare. This was just something that my own pure awareness of me living, traveling, living through different states, just realizing that I was only just slowing my own progress down. And this is specifically. Hope a lot of men are watching this too, because fellas, I'm 28, and I'm gonna tell you that it's so many benefits of sustaining from having sex. A lot of topics I'm sure some of you guys heard. Some people call it semen retention. Some people just call it being abstinent. There's different names for it, but ultimately, it's basically where you just don't. And I mean, I haven't engaged in any sexual activities from last December to this December. I've had plenty of opportunities to do so, and I haven't did it. Now I'm not expecting any reward. This is not a celebration in the sense of like I'm looking for any type of handouts or anything like that. I just want to be transparent, because if I can do it, you can do it too, if that's something you're being called to. Now my thing is, I just love the nature of a woman. I love just how they act, how they are, how they just God created them. That's just me. I mean, I'm just a man who loves women. But I realized that it was it wasn't matching up to what I really want. I'm a guy who, I don't want to be just out here in my 50s and 60s just being a player for the rest of my life. Like, no, I want to be I know there's she that my partner that God has for me is waiting. So I'm like getting myself set up now and just taking that same sexual energy and channeling it through other creative sources. And I've done that. I've done so much with that energy this year. Now I'm not saying if I had any type of interaction that it would have stopped me from anything else, but I noticed that it took a lot more of my time than what I gave credit to. And I've had a lot of opportunities to cheat myself, but I didn't. I mean, I literally was in physical situations that most guys wouldn't have walked away from. Okay, I'm a guy, I know, but I realized when you have a walk with God, when you have a higher calling in something, it's best to be obedient, because if God can't trust you with a little, God's gonna trust you with a lot. Whatever that looks like to you. A lot could be, you could define it however you want to. Maybe success, money, whatever. But I just want to come on here today and just share that I made it through a whole year without cheating myself. And maybe this can inspire someone to do it if you're looking to if you feel like you've been called to go on that path, then just pull back and take that same sexual energy and use it towards other creative endeavors. You know, I've noticed for myself, like I said, I bought myself pretty much the dream car that I wanted. I was able to focus more at work, so able to focus more on my craft. I was just more present for me, in a sense, you know, like not being distracted. Because let's be honest, we live in a world full of distractions. We know that. Look at the internet. Every time we look up, it's a distraction. And that's why also too, just like the past month, I decided to fall back on social media platforms that I use a lot. Now, I feel like I'm being called to jump back in, but I'm just slowly easing my way in there. Just because I don't want to get too sucked back into that realm of just over consuming, you know. But this is just a video to let you know that you can do it. Like, it's a challenge, but it's so worth it. And you know what? Just because it's been a year, don't mean that okay, I'm done. Like, nah. If God wants me to go another year, 2 years, 3 years, I'll do it, because it's crazy because it felt like a year, but it also felt like a couple months in the sense, like, you know, that's the saying that when God says, I forgot what scripture it is. Excuse me, I should have wrote that down or something, but whatever. Scripture that says to God 1,000 years to God is a day to Him, or 1,000 years to us is a day to God. And basically, what we think is time, the time we know, God sees it way different. The timeline is way different. So that's why it's good to get in line with God and to listen to Him, get quiet time, stillness. And just get clarity. And again, this came from me just listening to God, taking quiet time. And it's crazy because I made this commitment before COVID even hit. Like, before this little panic lockdown thing, before we was like forced in the house. Maybe literally like last December or something, when it was just like, man, just you need to pull back and get focused. And that's exactly what I did. And I took no shortcuts. And if we're being honest, I wouldn't call myself ever been a promiscuous individual. But I'm human. We all have our desires. We all have our needs. But again, it's so worth it when you be obedient to the Most High for what He's calling you to do. And sometimes you gotta just make that leap of faith, and everything else will take care of itself once you do that. You just gotta trust. That's the best thing I can do. But this video's already been 10 minutes. I want to come on here and try to make it short as possible. We'll also be transparent. I'm a firm believer in being transparent, and just giving the details as much as I can, but also not taking up too much time. So, much love. I'm sure you guys will be hearing from me again. I'm gonna contemplate if I'm gonna be more consistent, or if I'm gonna it's just a video that I've been called to make right now, and let the details take care of themselves as far as if I'm gonna be more consistent on back on social media or YouTube or whatever. So much love. Keep God first. Most importantly, get to know Christ. Christ is coming. I actually want to make a video about that. Got something for that. So have a beautiful rest of your day, week, day, night, wherever you are. Stay prayed up. Stay distraction free. And stay in the vibrational